Hello everyone, welcome back to Fableheim and Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remastered. The team returns to Everlast Tower, not to cleanse the crystal, although we're going to, but to farm up some experience, because the vampire castle is scary. At least, for now. Hopefully that changes soon. But we have made it to the tippy top of Everlast Tower, the Temple of Earth. And we have a few completionist stuff yet to do. So let us do it. I have changed the team a wee bit, but I'm sure it will be fine. I was really missing Ring a Bell. When he was a Templar, I was not having a good time. But hey, now that he's a thief, I'm sure we will also still be having a pretty okay time. I can't do either of those elements. Are you serious, game? Is it not? We'll have to rely on the might of Adair to take care of it. And, excuse me, well, she can help. Thinking of Adias and blowing up the floating testicles. But Adair has been switched because this is a combo I've wanted to try for a while. The monk has the strong strike. His attack deals double damage. However, you know what? I'm not even going to fear. I'm just going to rip it. However, it has really poor accuracy, like 50% accuracy. 50% of your current accuracy, which I think is 90 with the knuckles. So 45. However, with the Ranger passive that we unlocked, we are Gucci. With the Ranger passive that we unlocked, one of these, we have plus 100% accuracy, meaning that Adair should just delete this thing. Although she is a lot slower. And Ring a Bell, as a thief, does a lot less damage. I did want to level it up, but I can't help but wonder if I made a mistake. Like maybe... What do you mean, missed? Mayhaps I have made a critical error. Ah. They lived at like 10 HP, team. Can you believe this? Well, this went worse than I thought. Does that mean literally half of your accuracy, even when it's boosted? That's so disappointing. I waited for this combo for ages. And I've been wounded. Honestly, we don't need to level thief now. We can level it later. It's not that important. I'm just gonna steal from somebody, you know? Somebody soon. Alright, back to, what do we really need to level up, though? Like, do I really need to level the ninja? So this is what I was talking about. Hawkeye. Raise accuracy by 100%. But, apparently, that's not good enough. Dear. Oh well. We'll try and keep with it. She does have one of the newer items that we have found, the Divine Fist, and these things hit like an absolute truck. So maybe we'll just rock with it and try, you know, our best. See what we can do. We do have lore though. I just realized I'm doing the lore backwards, but whatever.
The Reconquest of Eternia. I wonder what it says in here.
The Reconquest of Eternia.
The Reconquest campaign. Troop deployments.
Our uprising was lacking in everything. Troops, armaments, cultivation of informants within the Orthodoxy. But the Crystal Orthodoxy would soon put their plans in motion. the debate between our Lord Templar and the Sage continued. At the end of 3 days and 3 nights, our Lord Templar gave the order to strike. His family was to remain behind in this land. We departed before sunrise the next day. We procured weapons and ammunition in Ansheim, and then slipped secretly into Eisenberg. From northern Eisenberg, 3 fortified airships took us across the highlands, at last entering the land of Eternia. An abridged listing of our main invasion force as follows. The valiant usurper braved the Templar. Our Lord Templar insisted we name him Usurper. Interesting. Assault troops for the Temple of Earth. They are to take the Earth Crystal and protect our Crystal Technology Squad. Swordmaster Nobutsuna Kamiizumi. Commander Hayridden Barbarossa. Lieutenant Commander Dr. Vincent S. Court. Technology Squad Leader, accompanied by his 10-year-old son serving as his assistant. Assault troops for the Orthodoxy's head temple. They are to halt all of the institution's functions and seize all of its forbidden tomes and assets. Sir Argent Heinkel, Commander Fiore de Rosa, Lieutenant Commander Barris Lair, Officer in Training Aratus Profiteur, and Dr. Coda, Auditors. Occupation forces for the city of Eternia. These troops will be assigned to keeping the peace and preparing for the laying of cables. Spell Fencer Sigma Kent, Commander Einheria Venus, Officer in Training Holly White, Medic in Training. Oh. I recognize quite a lot of those names.
Head Temple Occupation. It says this one is written by Sir Argent Heinkel, Commander.
Was this the guy we learned Knight from? Once the Temple of Earth fell and news of the Earth Vestal's demise reached the resistance at the head temple, they quickly surrendered. The Orthodoxy's soldiers and leaders were stripped of their weapons and confined to the temple. The Lord Templar strictly forbade us from rampant slaughter and maltreatment of the vanquished. None have yet disobeyed his order. Those sympathetic to our cause were allowed to join us, while those who refused were to be released. As for Aratus Profiteur, the man sent to the treasure house to seize the Orthodoxy's assets, unsavory rumors about him began to circulate. Investigation into bribes by former Orthodoxy officials and the large-scale disappearance of artworks in the treasure house is underway. Dr. Coda, tasked with deciphering the Orthodoxy's forbidden spells, continues to meet clandestinely with his lieutenant, De Rosa. In comparison, Barris Lur's simple enthusiasm for more fighting is almost refreshing to see. That's the monk. Interesting.
The Occupation of the City. This one says it's written by Commander Sigma Kent.
Is that... Kent was the Spellblade, right? Yeah, the Spellfencer. So he was a commander here before he was a mercenary? A month has passed since our bloodless occupation of the city of Eternia, and the people are finally beginning to settle into their daily lives. Einheria, originally from the city, doggedly patrols its streets saying, "I shall defend the city that is home to my master's training grounds." Odd way to phrase it. The occupation force is also comprised of others from this land, and perhaps that is another reason for the easing of the people's fears. A few days prior, it was announced that this land had been rechristened the Duchy of Eternia. A member of the royal bloodline that once ruled Eternia before the Crystal Orthodoxy was restored to power as Archduke. Oh, is this the vampire? And naming himself Grand Marshal of the Eternian forces, the Lord Templar began his tireless effort to build a new system of government. When Dr. Vincent S. Court proposed a great feat of engineering be erected in one corner of the city, it was approved at once. Great cables are to be extended from the Temple of Earth all the way to the city, but I know not their purpose. Rumor has it the cables are to be linked with the buildings under construction in the medical district, also part of the doctor's proposal. The decreed construction schedule is tight and will surely require additional laborers from among the people and former Orthodoxy members. I spotted medic in training Holly White being scolded by Victor, a boy of the same age, for standing around and watching the construction. Interesting. Alright. I wonder why that wasn't voice acted. There is also a summoner test here. With a little more effort, I can totally kill all this crap. I can't believe I missed half of them. I have 190 accuracy. What's a man gotta do to not miss? What if we just attack? I mean, pretty sure Regabel's gonna kill this thing. But what if we do just attack? You know? I guess I have to do 2 arrow guns. I mean, maybe I don't know that Ringabel is... Huh. Ringabel? Okay. Huh. Curious. Well, I have decided that I'm not gonna get cute here in this bloody place. So I've just run down with what we had before. Nothing crazy. I guess we could try and Thundara him, I don't know. A surprising amount of my damage against the big old bowl was actually Edea when she was beast hunting. Did you really? I guess he goes first, that's fine. I thought Ringabel would do more damage, but maybe... I also thought Edea would go faster. That's why she was an adventurer. You're not gonna die, Ringabel, are you? I tried not to just rip all Aerogas, but that might have cost me. Nope, we're good. Magic crit for the win. It's just so mana intensive, you know, to just spam Aeroga. She's really at half mana. What do you expect me to do? Compound it? I think there is one hidden room and I don't know where it is. Enemy gets first strike. Oh, so we're just dead. That's good. Yep. Just dead. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's probably a bad sign. If I had to guess, that would be a bad thing. I think... No, it's fine. Is it fine? It's probably fine. I don't really know how to prevent this team. Like, besides just, you know, lol, get better equipment. Maybe I can kill one of them? There we go. Thank you, Ringabel. See, that... Great. Okay, well... Or at least we have... This is at least a very easy thing to make. I could AoE this. But I want Ringabel to be here to bear witness to me winning. Oh, she's gonna have to crit, isn't she? Yeah, she is. Oh, no! Am I really hard stuck? It might be. This might be a hard stuck moment. That's unfortunate. I'd like to actually record today and not farm. But you know, sometimes life finds a way. Man, I could just keep resting and blow my load and then rest and blow my load and then rest and blow my load and then rest, but I'd really rather not. Oh, it's alright, yeah. Sure, that doesn't do it. I think the... We have to go rest. The best way is probably... We could look for some... Man, we're just trying to level and then get the... Because the Templar has the 20% physical defense thing, right? Relatively early on. We could also try and change equipment.
Let's see. Oh, this is an account by a crystallist of high standing.
Oh my.
This is what the author wrote about the Great Plague.
The terrible plague ravaging the world finally reached our shores. Already, there are those falling ill in villages to the east. To halt its spread to Orthodoxy headquarters, top officials of the faith have closed all roads and forbidden the influx of people and goods. Controversy arose when a young cleric appealed to his superiors to use the power of the Earth Crystal for purification and medical treatment. But the proposal had no hope of approval, as we hold the crystals as sacred. The hierarchy ignored it. The purging of refugees for seeking to thwart the blockade was as a scene from hell. The purged believers were hailed as martyrs.
How could they be so cruel?
By saying we had no other choice, no doubt.
Yep.
But to have a way to battle the plague and not use it? They simply forsook them.
Sounds about right.
The end of the plague. The date is much later than the past entries.
The young cleric appealed to his superiors day after day to no avail. When the Great Plague showed signs of abating, the Orthodoxy was overjoyed. Those who had advocated the blockade were showered with praise. Some days later, the young cleric was summoned before the Vestal, whereupon he was mocked and reprimanded for hours on end. The plague wiped out his village of birth, save for a few who escaped, and many other villages within the faith's land suffered the same fate. Henceforth, the young cleric was never again seen amongst the ranks of the Crystal Orthodoxy. Perhaps he was shipped to a post of no consequence, or
He
fallen
sounded like
altogether.
a hero in the making. If he had counted among the Orthodoxy's leaders, this land would have perhaps changed for the better. But then perhaps I wouldn't have been here with you today.
I really need to finish talking before I press next.
The end of the world.
The Orthodoxy's head temple has already fallen, and it shall not be long now before my refuge too is discovered by the invaders. The Earth Vestal was dragged before their leader. It was the once young cleric, now a seasoned soldier, fearless and self-assured. The Vestal faced him, hurling words of contempt and scorn, but ere she could finish, an enraged member of his guard cut her down with a stroke of his long blade, and the Vestal's body fell silently to the floor. All is lost.
So that's how the Earth Vestal was slain.
What an awful tale. With a stroke of his long blade.
Yep, it was your master. Good job. Alright, that's enough. Let's go die to this other shite. No! Foul cretins. Devil. Demon. We have to go full magic for this. Wait, were you debating using your special? Yeah. For once in my life, I am. And of course we're full. I'm full sending this. Full send. I hate these freaking things. Neither of them defaulted. Ring a bell. I still have the Ripper equipped with you. Why are you not? Yep, there goes one.
Now I'm serious.
Did I just death them? I think I did. Oh. Thanks for the sweeper. This might be a sign that, what is your equipment anyway? I mean, I have 117 physical defense. And I was one bapped. Do you even you have higher defense? You should anyway. I don't think we need Dungeon Master here. That's 10. 20 is 2. We don't need transients. What are we at now? Will you die in one shot? $140 physical defense. He's still probably going to find a way to die. I think the Black Mage, Tiz could try and survive by getting the dispersal thing. Emphasis on try. Hello! Unfortunately, Tiz is not part. Whatever. He's not part-time mage right now. We could drop the Earthen Beat, I suppose. I have a lot of these. Although I don't have the item thing on, do I? That's probably okay. Famous last words. Come on, ring a bell. You know you want to crit, ring a bell. Thank you. She also wants to crit. This might not be enough. It's not enough. I forgot how little that was. Alright, well. 1. Okay. Good enough, I guess. Tiz is about to get a very powerful boon for spellcasting. That's fun. We do also Earth Charm. I believe this. I believe we have one of these. But I believe that this will aid what I was just about to say, which is a charm that suppresses Earth. We do have a summoner challenge. I believe it's on the 2nd floor, so it's way down there. And I guess we can double. I believe it is the Summon Earth. Oh yeah, if Tiz does actual damage here, Anya's can vibe. But again, Tiz has to do actual damage. I don't think these things are really weak to anything I can do. But I should still have Amp Thunder on, I think. Nope. I have no amps. Full vibes. At least Beast Slaying is going to give me my ult back. With, Zaya. Please crit. Critting would be cool. No critting. What, are these things, like, resistant to crits, or are we just not in the mood for it? My disappointment is immeasurable. All builds are become crit builds, but sometimes I swear if this doesn't do it, that should be fine. Gotten it close, though. You know what I should do? For those packs, maybe I should just drop the Salve Maker beat. I have Salve Maker slotted in. Have the compounding thing up as well. I was looking at the steel sheet. The steel cheat sheet. Oh, right, yeah. And when I saw this next boss's name, I instantly remembered it. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. Man, getting back up top is gonna blow. It'll be fine. It'll be just fine. Look, it's just one of them. I think I can solo this. Like, if you crit even once Ring a Bell, it's over. There, you crit once. It's over. Where did Ring a Bell's damage go, team? I thought he was, like, approaching damage cap level damage. Or am I just delusional? I feel like both are possible. This final zone has really kicked me in the nuts. And I don't really feel good about it. But I guess that's why it's the final zone. No! Foul creature, devil born from the Blinker's room. Okay, well. Just one of you is a bitch. Now you want me to fight all of you? I'm just gonna crump them. There is no mercy. There is no mercy. I believe that's still lightning, which is very convenient. We need Dragon Slayer. Good job, Ring a Bell. See, those are the numbers we're looking for, Ring a Bell. We need to pump.
Ready to fly?
I'm ready to get rid of this. 99999.
I got this!
I wasted kisses. This is how much I hate them. Okay? I definitely should have saved this, though. One was enough. One was enough. I'm gonna need to find a good farm spot. I know there's one kind of coming up. He was here, right? He's in the bottom part here. We just go straight down. Challenge. I hope. Are you two again? Son of a... Alright. Now you've got Anya's involved. Look what you've done. Look what you made me do. Probably should stop using Thundaga on him because, like, ooh, that mana costs. Oh, whatever. They all defaulted. Oh. I'm actually fucked here.
Forgive me!
I mean, maybe Tiz can pull something off with his magic buff. That's dread. Cute. Why would you double default? Congratulations, we're dead. Okay. I could try and run. But I ain't no little... Oh, they're all... Maybe I am a bitch. I don't have like a runaway thing, do I? I think it's run or die. Oh, ring a bell. So yeah, those are the assholes. Now you might say, well, Fabe, how are you supposed to deal with that? To which I answer, there are two ways. One, don't be super greedy. He's not here. I think if I just didn't bravery and let them do their thing, I guess I get a chance to test here. Yeah. Fucking hate these two. So much so that I'm thinking about dropping the Salve Maker bomb. I hate them. I hate them so. I also had a man on me though. So what I mean is, we play this like it's a boss fight. Okay, they did not default.
Now I'm serious.
So we contain our yeah, I really need to get that stupid Apex. I contain the hate boner that I have for them, although it did just get a lot larger, I'm not gonna lie. We currently have bonus crits, so we're just gonna have everyone attack. Oh. Can't do anything. Good job. I think he's dead. He might take someone with him. No! Something we may want to pursue is the Thief's Speed Boon for just everybody. Is it here? There he is, okay. So, here's what we need to do, team. I need to live because I haven't saved an Omni. I have an idea. And it involves not trying this because I'm going to have to redo everything I've done already. And that kind of blows. But, I mean, if anyone can do it, I think it's going to be Anya's. I don't know if she can pop the angelic rebuff can pop or whatever it's called. I don't know why I can't remember what it's called right now. But we have a single earth charm. We have pretty much maximum magic defense that I can generate, I think. Just kidding, I can get up once more. You better believe I'm going to with a white robe. And she still has a red cap. That's my bad. That's from when she was Okay, you have the mage's hat. That's from when she was doing Assassin. We do have the high crit dagger, so. Alright, this is about as good as it's going to get for not dying against this asshole. Actually, it might get better. Hold on. Wait a minute. Can I take this one step farther beyond? I can. Shell is the... I believe a shell is physical defense. It's magic defense. How high? 100%. Is that better then? I can... There's no way Anya's dies at this. We have magic defense up 20%. We have auto shell. And I'm pretty sure I can give 10% magic defense as well. Can. Or I can just do 30. Okay. There is no possible way she dies. Earth Charm, full magic defense. Anya's will carry us to victory. And if she dies, my controller is going out the window to my left. You bear the qualifications. I am the Anchorite of Thunder. Oh. I don't think so. Hold on. Wait a minute. Thunder? Not Earth. We're at the Earth Temple. I mean, it still stands. We just have to switch the charm. We have the Thunder charm, right? Yeah. Easy. Everything is still the same. Just switch that little thing out. Here we go. Mouthpiece of Deus Ex. With the stand, its assault, and its power shall be yours to command. Now have you the confidence to accept its furious might? Yes? No? Maybe? I do. Really? All right. Gosh, then show me you've the strength to stand firm. Since I'm not using Summoner, I really don't need to do this right now, but, you know, I'm kind of just here. What? Well, that looks really cool. Wow.
Splendid.
They got riggedy wrecked. You can now summon Deus Ex Machina. Okay. Oh. You're looking a little down there. I knew I was right to do all that. Let me just all change this back real quick. I think this is what I was using. Angelic Ward, Holy One, and the Black Resonance, because Tiz is currently a Black Mage, so he has Black Resonance active. So now, I believe we've opened every chest that we can. And it's time for us to make our way back to face the bounds. Now, I happen to know a little thing or two about a thing or two. And this boss doesn't stand a chance. But I think Tiz can chill. Maybe. This is a bug. Right? That is a bug, yes. Bold of me, you think Tiz can chill? Well, I could have Blizzard this. What am I doing? Big ol' crit. Eh. Eh. I wonder how it would fare if everyone had Angelic Ward, you know? Because I believe that is a 25% chance to go off. Oh, it's a 50% chance. Well, anyway, my point is, that's a relatively low chance to go off, and I feel like it goes off. Oh, I mean, it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip, and I feel like it goes off all the time. So, I don't know. Would it be worth everyone having one? Maybe. Hello. You don't have any elemental weaknesses. But I'm gonna go throw 2 Thundars at you just for good measure. You know, this Slayer thing is really come in handy. Like, when I first came into Ranger, I thought that it was better just to have, like, the enchanted attacks. Because it's pretty... Well, okay. It's pretty accurate. So it gets a lot of hits in. And, of course, it's all elemental stuff. But I feel like just hitting the weaknesses is definitely doing the work. Like, how do I stop that from happening? Ring a Bell just died. The enemy looked at him wrong and, well... The knight can protect people, but the protection only happens... Oh, right. The protection only happens if a target under 20% HP is attacked. Or, at a slightly higher level, Mother. I just might run from this. I'm running. Fuck this. No. They defaulted. They did nothing. See, I would have... Yeah, no. At a higher level, you can designate a target to be... that you protect. But... how are you supposed to know who's going to get freaking one-tapped? You can't! It's impossible. So I don't know, team. I just... I don't know, Godfather. I don't know. Feel like I'm slipping here. I think Tiz can chill. Baby Blizzard against the big ol' worm. Bug. I don't know. I might just have to take like a day off and find something to sit in a corner and farm. We do have some farming spots coming up. It could be fun. And more importantly, easy. But we kind of have to do a sort of kind of important thing before that. Sort of kind of important, sort of kind of, you know, plot twist secret that I've been keeping to varying degrees of success. I believe, okay, we have one more, Blizzard in Ring a Bell's mana pockets. His reserves have run dry. I think my problem is I've relied on the Spell Fencer. So if I come across an enemy the Spell Fencer can't really counter, I'm just cooked. Also, I've relied on overwhelming offense, but like I said, I feel like tanking isn't as much of a thing in this game. I tried looking up, because I was talking with my friend and channel moderator about my current little dragon shite bag problem. And when I told my team comp, he mentions that I didn't have a tank. And I don't. I don't have a tank. But like I said, tank. Weird. But aside from that, something. Sorry, I lost the train of thought. But I'm gonna drop the bass here. Wind. Oh, it's double fairy wing. I had to buy a couple of those. So we'll have her chill. Do we just attack with no elements? I think we do. Compound. I'll buy more fairy wings. Come here, won't. I forgot when I died and had to reload. I didn't buy more. No. Okay. Anya's, you're back on the menu. We'll have to restock entirely. That's okay. We're right here. I'll just re-arrow go. And you know what? Since I'm going to rest anyway, let's choose it. Full juice. Okay. Yeah, I've relied on offense a lot, so maybe I should invest in the thief speed for everybody. We are going to get our 5th and final, mind you, slot here in a moment. And I think we have most of the ways to preserve mana now. Might be a couple we're still missing, but we'll see. That is Black Mage level 12. With this, we acquire one of the most important passives, which is why I wanted to farm this fight. I just wanted to fight one more. We acquire one of the most important passives for late game magical bullshit, and that is Pierce Magical Defense. We ignore the target's magical defense when dealing magic damage. So when we're in our when we're fighting, you know, difficult enemies, this is kind of mandatory. You can have the magic attack up all you want, but nothing is going to do you as much of a service as just ignoring it. I really wish I could have that and save BMMP, but I think that's probably going to be our lineup. For when we're doing black magic stuff, it's probably just going to be Pierce Magic Defense and save BMMP. Isn't that exciting? Riveting. There, attack item map. Alright, let me refill our stock and prepare to show you something truly special. Alrighty, team. The Earth Crystal awaits. And the foul monsters therein.
Is this the Earth Crystal? What have they done to it?
How awful! What do they think the crystal is? Some kind of toy?
Forgive me.
No, Idia. Why should you repent for the sins of your father? Now, let's get on with the rite of awakening.
What's that on the crystal?
That's Gigas Lich!
It's the propagator of doom as told of in the sacred texts of the Orthodoxy.
Well, whatever it is, here it comes!
Dun, dun, dun! The Gigas Lich. My, oh my, he's a big old boy. Now, fun fact. Of all the characters here, we're definitely seeing from him. All of the characters that guard the crystals, he is the easiest to cheese, unless it's been fixed in this version of the game, which I would be shocked, but you never know. I couldn't steal anything. Bullshit! I happen to know that there's a couple items in there. 108,000 HP, weak to light, he is undead. Death! It is the inescapable end. And he would kill the one bloody person. Okay, so he has 2 items on his steal list. One of them I think we already have because we could have purchased them. But this would give us a second one. And the other item is one I believe he drops, which, again, he drops it, but then we'd have 2 of them. So I don't have to do this. Let's see if this works. As you might imagine, our dear Gigas Lich is undead. Which means all sorts of fun things work against him. Like, say, I don't know, A Phoenix down. Let's work. Didn't do anything. So it dealt 1 damage. I believe in the code it has a 70% chance of 1-tapping. Just any undead just can die. We can also dispel him, so we'll do that. Now, if you want to know the, dare I say, correct you dispel, I suppose I could just stop damage. That's an interesting thought. I would say correct, but if you want to know the way that I would consider doing this, and the way that past Fabe has done this, I combined the Spirit Master's Holy One bonus, which, alright, you can't default, gives you bonus healing at the cost of physical damage, to then heal the Giga Lich for big amounts. You can also combine it with the Salve Maker. You can get to some truly extraordinary levels of, if I try it again, we'll try to. Some truly extraordinary levels of damage. Giant Glove Stolen. Hey, we did it. I don't actually know if this can kill anymore. It's looking pretty, like, no. Look at that damage from Onions. So there is another one. 2 there are. 2. Always 2. I'm debating how I want to do this. I guess try and steal again. If the Phoenix down doesn't work, there is always the elixir. Don't forget, the steal is like a 50-50 chance, I think, at this stage. It kind of hurt. Get out of the team. Dispel him. Steal. I suppose Tiz can defend and you can try it because you're freaking fast. So again, the elixir is a full heal to us. So what is it to him? It is a max HP damage. Oh, right. That's so funny. So in the 3DS version of the game, you could... there's a thing, I think it was called Time Stop or like Bravely... It wasn't called Bravely Second. Was it? Anyway, what the 3DS had its own special gimmick. It's kind of just a thing with Nintendo that people like to use the gimmick of the system. The gimmick for the 3DS was it had like an internal gyroscope, I guess you would say. And you'd think by now I would remember what weakness to this thunder is. You'd think. Basically, if you just left the 3DS running idle, it would know that it was idle. And you would store up these points that you could use to unleash hell. I guess we're gonna have to kill this the old-fashioned way because I don't want to use my elixirs. Unless I can compound an elixir easily. Anyway, what that did... like how elixir just requires an elixir. Oh, okay. What that did was just remove the damage cap for the time being. So that was kind of the way to do it. Because you remove the damage cap, you elixir him, haha, oh lol, you know? But now we're gonna have to fight him. Which is whatever.
Good luck!
I suppose I could try. What if I compound? Wait, what if I do resurrect? Ooh, that might be better. Isn't it weird that I'm struggling less against the boss than I am? Oh, well.
You end here!
Oh, well. Got a him, dispel him. You bring up our friends. Let's slay. Just play it chill. Nice and chill. Oh well. Actually, wait, hold on. That might have been really bad. I might have just borked it. Am I about to use an elixir? Without widen area? Oh no. Could you do anything else? You know, I think he's just gonna spam slam, and I'm gonna lose to it. Oh no! Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I wish I could awaken or widen area compound resurrect. That'd be fun. Alas. My overconfidence did me in. Oh wait, that's surprising, I guess. Because he's gonna hit me here and it's gonna suck. But hey, at least we know. I want to see what happens when I resurrect him. If I were to fall, we know how to deal with him. It's not a big deal. It does nothing, okay. I see how it is. What are my summons from this little... Vengeance? I don't think that will help me. Takeover, I don't think that'll help me. Velgar, that's cute. Cure. Okay, well, those are useless. I still haven't reconnected to the internet. What if I just go in? Thoughts? Let everyone else deal with this. Dread on Ring a Bell kind of sucks, but... I still haven't stolen his other item. Death. Well... That, Uh-oh. Dread may suck, but you know, I think that death is a little bit worse. Well, good news, everyone. My Dispel was the correct choice, because he would have killed us all. Bad news. We're still kind of sort of boned. But hey. We're not dead. Although admittedly, I don't feel great about it. Could you, like, succeed, please? Oh my goodness. Maybe I was lied to. Look how much freaking healing she does with Holy One. Oh, well. Correction. Look how much healing she did do with Holy One. Tiz, could you please get your BP back? Oh my god. Hey, we got the Giant Axe! Huzzah! So, fun fact about the Giant Axe. It is the highest damage dealing axe in the second highest in the video game. Maybe I should have been using Mug so I can actually be dealing damage. Anywho. Second highest in the game. He's gonna slam and we're gonna die and life is gonna suck. And I can't do anything about it. Or can I? I might be able to. I could give myself re-raise, that's fun. Where is my... Please don't die. I don't know. Here it is. Dragon Fang. Art scale. Me. I mean, I also probably should have done the elemental weakness here, but... Alright, whatever. You know what's sad? He's probably just gonna death me. Well, he did. Just the wrong person. That is an important alarm. I might... Defaults? So basically this gave me, I believe, 50% physical resistance. Don't worry, we'll be attacking soon. I think. There is also the Death Charm, which I... Do I have it equipped on Anya's? Or he's dying this turn, by the way. He should die next turn, actually. Next turn. Next turn, he's dying. Okay, next turn, he's dead. You heard it here first, team. We're dispelling. You're waiting. You're doing the thing. I kind of wish there was a list of things you've compounded. It's... Fulmin, Shard, something. I'm sorry, Insect Antenna, Fulmin, Shard. I'm glad I looked. I would have gone for the other thing. Okay. Okay, we're full health. He's lost his buff. Slam, I dare you. Waga. Fantastic. Alfida Zane. Goodbye. We can do a lifesteal, sure. Bring down the Thundaga. He should be dead. It's gonna look real embarrassing if he's not dead here. But if he's not, Anya's can clean up. See, I need that stupid thing. Oh, this is fun. What? Huh. Note to self. If you life steal from an undead, it kills you. You know, that's good to know.
I wonder when that creature first settled here. I refuse to believe this could be my father's doing.
For better or worse, I believe the Eternian forces would have guarded the crystal from such threats.
I agree.
Maybe it took advantage of their weakened state to slip in unnoticed.
Save your jabbering for later. We have a crystal to awaken.
It's not worth reloading.
Okay, here goes. This is the fourth and final crystal. Make us proud, Agnes.
To get that XP for Ring a Bell, isn't it?
What's wrong?
It's really nothing. But time and time again, the Duchy's people have warned us not to awaken the crystal.
Oh, hey! We're talking about it.
Anya's.
I know. I ought not let it bother me. Now, let us begin, Eri.
Just kidding. We're not talking about it. Thumbnail material! Ugh. Well, all their hard work is gone.
Not yet! Just a little longer!
That's what she said!
More! Keep going!
Oh, that's why her line sticker is more. I just put that together. I even used that on the thumbnail once.
Still not enough! You can do this! Stop! That's it!
Alright. The Earth Crystal Awakens.
Hooray! We did it!
Huzzah!
Holy smokes! That was by far the brightest of the 4 crystals.
Agnes, are you alright?
Yes. Thank you, Tiz.
Now all 4 of Luxembourg's crystals have been awakened. Nice work, everyone.
What a joyous day. Now perhaps the world...
Is the Great Chasm gone?
Nuh-uh.
Huh.
Awakening all 4 crystals should have caused a pillar of light to rise somewhere in our world. It's the Holy Pillar, the first light, divine source of life and the origin of this world and the heavens above. Once I place my brooch within the Holy Pillar, the first light will spread across the world. And its divine light, born of the awakened crystals, will sweep away all darkness. And the Great Chasm should vanish along with the darkness.
So all we need to do is take you into the Pillar of Light. Then let's go! That is where this will all end.
Lead the way.
I'm with you.
Together we go.
Your supportability cost limit has increased by 1. 1 indeed. I can't believe I killed Ringabel at the very end. Actually, I can, but really thinking about... We got 999 shop, JP. I'm really curious if we can handle the... If we can actually handle the vampire zone now. Because that was horrifying. I hated that. I hated everything about it. This adrenaline rush again. Raise physical and your HP falls below 20%. Again, we're not getting that to that 20% threshold. We're like being bonked for 50% of our HP and then dying, or we're just straight up dying in one shot. It pains me greatly. You probably have to go back. Oh, I don't really want you to. I don't know what I want to put here. Forgot about that one. I don't know. Here. Black Resonance. I like buff up. I do. I guess we could magic attack it for a little bit. Okay. Sure. Hello. Do I have to walk out of this place manually? Because, like, that's a hassle. Also, do you have any idea how many Phoenix Downs I used? I used a lot of them. I had 50 of them. And they're all gone. Oh well. For some reason, the ability to resurrect someone is super cheap. Okay. We'll rest. And then we'll save. And then, do I just teleport zone out? I'm kind of tired of this place. It kind of drives me mad. I think I'm teleport zoning. You know what the most alarming thing about this is? This zone is supposedly level 52 to 52. I don't know. I have 14 petal tokens and I need 50 of them. Alright. Well, I'm going to try my luck at the Vampire Castle. Oh, also... Was I not supposed to teleport out, or is that behind me? How did I get to that spot again? I don't remember. Items. The Giant's Gloves. Gloves that raise strength but lower dexterity. I believe we did purchase this. Or we could have purchased this. 6 physical defense, 1 magical defense, 10 strength, but minus 50 dexterity. That is an insane amount. And also the Giant Axe, which again, 58 physical attack is the second highest damaging attack in the game for the axe. But it's only 60 aim. Normally it's 90. And also crit minus 3. So I think we also got 2 of them, which is so funny. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with 2 of them. But we could, for funsies, try this again. Yahar Mimeti. 366 attack. With the Unga Bunga purple stick. 130 aim. So she has the most accuracy by far. For now. Is dexterity accuracy? Should I raise this even further? Oh no, what am I doing? Yep. Doing my best. Rigabelle still being thief concerns me slightly, but I don't know why. Also, Adea is currently a freelancer, but of course we need her to be this. I don't remember how he left. Wait, was it really this door I just walked out of? I think it was. There were no enemies. I kind of have to see how hard I Unga Bunga. Achievements. Huzzah! The Earth Mallets. Which I believe is just the... No one's gonna fight me, huh? Oh, there we go. Now, the problem is I'm pretty sure Adea is like the slowest creature the world has ever known. I think I can fear this, and I'm not even joking. But, if I don't fear it, guess who's here with the backswing? Well, guess who's here with the main swing? That's some respectable damage. Unbelievable. I wanted to try one thing, and the game was just like, no. Not allowed. No one can have fun. You must continue to suffer for your sins. That's not awful damage from Mr. Level 9 Thief. We'd almost be level 10 if he didn't suck the life of the undead, which is apparently a way to get yourself killed. News to me. Makes sense, though, honestly. If healing an undead causes him to take damage, it makes sense that stealing life from the undead would cause the living to take damage. It makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense. You know what I do like? The chunk in damage of Adea. Oh, we just need to go in the air. Okay.
You awakened the crystal! I'm so glad to see you're unharmed!
Did I just get an achievement? Oh, did I just go to chapter 5? I don't think I wanted to do that.
You did it, eh? Well done!
Well, it's not as if we had it easy here. You should have seen the hail of cannon fire. Oh, and by the way, we saw a black airship bearing southwest a short while ago.
Probably a bunch of deserters. Always happens when an enemy is vanquished.
Yup, sure does.
Please don't be chapter 5. Please don't be chapter 5. Please don't be chapter 5. Fantastic. Okay. So, the reason why I didn't want this to be chapter 5. I don't know if there's a way to say this without spoils. For what this does. The asterisk that we're going to get from this blue quest is basically Blue Mage. A less cool, well, thematically cooler Blue Mage, functionally less cool. And you can only get some of the monster abilities in Act 4 until much, much, much later. Like an annoying level of later. So, ring a bell if you can't kill that. Okay. The Ripper is an anti-humanoid crit dagger. If it wasn't going to kill a human, we're just... I was going to say this might be farmable, but I don't think it is. Unfortunately, I have to walk all the way down to the Vampire Castle, so I guess I'll see you there and we'll try our luck. Alrighty. Revenge is at hand. Now, I did switch Rigabel back to Spellfencer. Harry, you can pray all you want. I'm not taking you there yet. I switched Rigabel back to Spellfencer because I need somebody to be my freelancer. We're also going to need... I don't know if we'll need Dungeon Master. Dungeon Master is so niche. So we'll switch to Vending Road for her. But one thing I'm doing differently was I didn't really change Ringabel's... I have to top him off. It's very bad. I didn't really change his support skills. So I'm going to try dual wield. I don't think it will be great, but he does look really cool dual wielding the Blood Blade and Excalibur. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll be awful. Maybe this foul place is going to teach me that I need to use a shield. Alright, bats, we fought these things. Like to wind and to light. Thankfully, Ringabel has a light weapon bound to him. And I have the might of Eroga. She's going to do a lot of damage, but I don't know if she's going to do the most damage. What if I drop the Salvemaker beat? What if we save our melee characters? Fairy Wing, Fairy Wing. I bought a bunch of Fairy Wing, Fairy Wings. In fact, if I were fast, maybe that's the play. We level up Thief for Tiz, so I can just drop the Self-Maker base. Oh, that is gonna be a problem. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. You fucking bitch. Well, I was right. He does look cool. I'm so glad I saved. Yeah. That's our first fight in the Vampire Castle. Welcome back. Thankfully, there's an autosave in this game, and it just brought me back right here. Okay, confusion. I don't believe we have any protection against confusion. At all. Even a little bit. And to be honest, I don't know who to give it to. If we did have it. We do have it. We have 2 peace rings. Well, I feel like an obvious choice is our spellcasters. It was so rude of Mind Control Tiz to steal the mana of Anya's. Like, that was just maximum rude. I don't think I have the Gale Hairpin equipped right now. That's, a thought. I really, truly do not want to be using my mana on Anya's for this. Yeah. Like, is that thing even weak to wind? You know what we need? Ring a Bell to beat the shit out of it. It'd be great if Ring a Bell goes first, but I don't think he's going to. If the first thing this is Ultrasound, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I'm immune to fire. He killed Ring a Bell. Okay. I forgot the dog has auto attack retaliation. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Right. A lesson painfully relearned. Does he know that I am immune to confuse? And it's just like, you know what? It's not time to confuse anymore. It's time to win. Okay. She did the right thing. You know what we need? I have cracked the code. This bitch is gonna do it again. If he screams, okay. He didn't scream, but he did kill Anya's. What I need is I need to put speed on Ring a Bell. That's the code. Obviously, this physical defense is doing so much work for him, isn't it? question is, what type of speed do we put? Like 10 or 20? I think it's 20. And then we can pretend that this 10% physical damage resist is doing something. In the box, we find a dragon fang. See, I didn't steal from the dragons because that's all they had. Alright, here we go. Show me your might, ring a bell. You're fast. You're wielding a divine weapon. This will do one. This should be enough to kill. Cerberus. I'm really worried to boost her. I'm just gonna swing once. Because the AI, oh, sweet bloody heavens. Okay, well, lesson learned. Hey, she still did the thing. Wow, that is so much damage it is. Well done, well done, well done. I think he kills them both here. Magnifique. I do have the problem of mana, but Magnifique. Okay. I think dual wields out. I think dual wields out, and two-handed is in. Which allows us to switch this back to 20% phys defense, which, again, it may help. It may just be there for funsies. Looking all fancy. And we're probably going to two-hand the divine weapon. Is it worth it? Probably. Even though it's like 10 less damage, it's still holy damage, and we can always, you know, the thing. Change the element.
My, what a large portrait. Is that Lord DeRosso?
His wife was sure an attractive one. Oh, and it says something under the painting. Lester, eldest son of the House of DeRosso, future clergyman of the Crystal Adventists and cardinal of the Crystal Orthodoxy, born in the land of Eternia on a cold winter's day. So, that's his mother, not his beautiful young wife. And that little baby is Lord DeRosso.
Clergyman? Of the Crystal Adventists?
Is something the matter, Agnes?
The Crystal Adventists were the predecessors of the Crystal Orthodoxy. It is now known as the Old Faith.
The only faith.
But it hasn't been practiced in over 2,400 years. How could he have been a member of the Adventist clergy? According to this portrait, Lord DeRosso is incredibly old, even ancient.
Yes, indeed. For I was born of these frozen lands in a time some 2,400 years from this day.
Flashback.
And this portrait?
I was but an infant, as you can see. This is a reproduction, however. The original was lost long ago to fire.
And what of the part that reads, clergyman of the Crystal Adventists and cardinal of the Crystal Orthodoxy?
Yes. As Wind Vestal, you would be expected to take interest in such matters. But ere I delve into the matter of the Old Faith and the Orthodoxy, allow me to tell of the founding of this land.
Okay.
As you may well know, this land had long been ruled by the Crystal Orthodoxy. However, 15 years passed, the Templar rose up and occupied their lands. Thus was the Duchy of Eternia born. Or so I expect you have been taught. However, the Templar did not found a new state. In truth, he restored an ancient dynasty.
He did?
I don't remember this.
Long before the Crystal Orthodoxy ruled this land, it was known as the Kingdom of Eternia. In a time 2,400 years past, Eternia was a bountiful land blessed with 4 distinct seasons. The highlands were not as lofty as they are today. People and ideas flowed freely from other lands. The kings of Eternia were protectors of the Earth Crystal and the Crystal Adventists, ruling in peace for generations. To the west lay the castle of the House of DeRosso, hereditary dukes of Eternia with royal blood in their veins. Relations with the royal family were good, and ever did the kings of Eternia treat the dukes of our house with kindness. In return, the House of DeRosso did faithfully serve generations of Eternian kings.
So, where did it all go wrong?
A family portrait. Little did he know of the approaching maelstrom. Such tragedy that we could not possibly fathom.
And that we don't know? He didn't tell us. Okay. Wait, what? Just another pop-up very briefly. The safety ring. And what? Pray tell. I believe this is the, What? Is it just under here? It nullifies death. I don't remember if we're going to have to deal with death. I also don't have Divining Rod on. Probably should. Enemy gets first strike. Let's not die. We succeeded. Alright, ring a bell. Let's see how much you do now. Will this repeat? Great. Melissa. If she attacks me, I think I'll die. Well, didn't have to. You know, there is a solution to this. There's a build that just doesn't interact with the entire map. And, like, that's looking awful tempting right now. Please don't die, Tiz. Cool. Cool. It's a cheese build for, like, the super boss of the game. Where, basically, I want to see how much damage Ring a Bell does, but he's totally going to mind control me. Okay. Hold on, we might be doing a decent amount. If he mind controls me now, though, aren't I just fucked? The whole team is... Wait, am I still not faster with 20% speed? Wow, he didn't do it. The whole team is Valkyries, and they all start in the sky. And one person has Hasten World to generate BP for the team even when they're in the sky. And then every time you descend, you of course lay a righteous whooping on an enemy on the field. But then you'll instantly have enough BP to get back up in the sky thanks to Hasten World. And you can literally be untouchable. Now, of course, the downside is that it takes forever. But, on the bright side, your victory is inevitable. It's a really funny build. I do kind of want to try it one day. I'm here on this screen for a reason. 20% speed is not enough, huh? Ah, Divining Rod. I thought I replaced it with this. Oh, did I die? That might have been what happened. One chest on this floor, and it's the blue chest. We're off. I'm gonna have to concoct a turbo ether for crew. Man, I can't imagine fighting 5 bats or whatever is gonna be in here. Are me shoes? Oh wait, hold on. Ring a bell. We have a couple of these, don't we? Ah, that's a better version. I do lose some defense here, but I'm pretty sure 67 agility has to be fast enough to beat out those bats, right? Do I think he can do it? They have 8,000 HP. And he hits reliably 1,500. So he can't do it by himself. That's what I'm seeing and getting at here. We can try it still, but... Zero dexterity. That's the amount of dexterity that Ade has. I believe that means she can never dodge. The Hermes Sandal, she goes up to 59 agility. Is that fast enough? If I can get these two to auto attack the fucking bats before they confuse them, that would be ideal. You know what? I think I'm just gonna drop the Southmaker base. Because I'm immune, right? I don't have the compound bonus damage, but compound always does. It should just work. It just works, it just works. Little eyes stunning shows people by money flows. It just works. It just works, it just works. Little eyes stunning shows. No, don't attack. Son of a bitch. Well, that's fine. You know, that's perfectly fine. We just do the same thing. We raised his, then we Curata, then we defend. Because someone is going to go insane. Okay. This is fine. Still fine. See, we just raise a Dea. You defend, so nothing special happens, and then we just do this again. And this time Tiz isn't going to get one-tapped. And everything is going to be swell. They tried. Oh, it's 2250, not 2500. Is this still enough? I think it is. Oh. Maybe Tiz needs to speak. That was 8 fairy wings, by the way, just to make that happen. I told you I was not excited to fight all the bats, and, well, we fought all the bats. There's a chest on this floor somewhere. There it is. I'm assuming it's something exciting, but... Well... I know how to beat it. This is all my mana, by the way. Do I think I can get away? We could try. I want to try and compound mana back before we do anything crazy here. Is it double turbo Aether? It's double turbo Aether. I think we can get away with, would it be so funny if the adventure is right behind the arches that I didn't go to? I think we can just triple Blizzaga them. And everyone else can defend. It's about 3. I don't think that's enough, actually. Got one. Okay. That's good enough. Glad I defended. Alright. Ooh. My boys did nothing, but they made it. Chase is up to level 60 now, so only Ring a Bell is not level 60, and that's of course because he sucked the undead juice out of the Gigas Titan. The Gigas Lich. Which, I phrased that in one of the most awkward ways I could. This just gives crit, huh? Nothing else? I mean, for the ninja build, it's probably pretty good. But, I mean, it's pretty bad, I think, for the rest of us. Probably. Hey, team, I know how to do this. So it's... I think we can Blizzaga, Blizzaga, then Blizzara, Blizzara. Because we're piercing 125 magic defense. Like, Tiz is ready for the endgame. Yeah, double Hellfire me. Come at me. I wouldn't say that I'm ready for the endgame, but I would say that Tiz is ready for the endgame. Which is a start. Sweeper got me 369 6p. Nice. Magnifique. We're approaching Spell Fencer level 12, which will give us access to the final tier of spells once we get them. Time for more lore!
What magnificent vestments. This must be none other than Lord De Rosso.
Flashback!
'Tis a portrait of my ordainment as Cardinal of the Orthodoxy. I was as yet... No, let us move on to other matters. I was born of the House of De Rosso, hereditary Dukes of Eternia. Blessed was my youth. My parents showered affection upon me, and I was beloved by the people. And the king bestowed favor upon me as well. Upon royal recommendation, I was made a cleric of the Crystal Adventists, the old faith, in my 19th year. I devoted my body and soul to my clerical duties, for king, for kingdom, for faith. Sleep became an oft-missed luxury. But before long, a new tide began sweeping through the Crystal Adventists. There were those who wanted the clergy to control the 4 crystals of Luxendark, rather than local monarchies and temples. That belief formed the core of the Crystal Orthodoxy. The Eternian royal family, keepers of the Earth Crystal, immediately assented to this new way.
Wait, what? They agreed?
I soon found myself appointed to the position of Cardinal in the Orthodoxy. Me, a mere cleric. Cardinal De Rosso. Those were my days of glory. Even now, the mere sound of the then-new title is dear to me. The old faith was remade entirely into the Crystal Orthodoxy, and the decision was made to elect a Grand Patriarch to rule. Thereupon, cardinals throughout the world gathered for a conclave to elect the first Grand Patriarch. Amid the conclave's maelstrom, I was approached by a cardinal who wished for me to vote for his choice. I suppose it was my youth and sincerity that made me reject the notion out of hand. But that was my downfall, for I was forced from the position of cardinal by the fraudulently elected Grand Patriarch. I had been but fervent in my beliefs and ideals. What I did only for the Orthodoxy, and for the people of this world.
The old faith and the Orthodoxy. The Kingdom of Eternia and the Duchy. That was all a bit hard to follow.
I agree.
There are no major differences in teachings between the Old Faith and Orthodoxy. They both revere the four crystals.
Were you not listening, Anya? There was one minor detail.
I have heard that the Adventists gave way to the new and truer ideas of the Orthodoxy and faded away.
No wonder the Old Faith was abandoned.
Yet there is more to the story, for history is not more than accounts recorded by the victorious.
True.
To solidify their power, the victors showered contempt upon the vanquished. So it was those who held the reins of power within the Orthodoxy relentlessly pressed for the Adventists' eradication. No one recalls the words of the vanquished if the victorious write them out of history. 'Tis as if they had never existed.
I'd been taught that the battle between the two faiths had been fierce, and in its wake, devastation persisting to this day covered all the lands.
That is an uncharacteristically accurate account for the Orthodoxy, save for their false reckoning of time. It was after the Orthodoxy had begun ruling the world that the endless conflict with the Adventists began. I should know, for I was there to bear witness firsthand.
Lord DeRosso, how could you possibly be that old?
Dun, dun, dun. Lord DeRosso's epic oratory. Ring a bell. You were sawing logs almost the entire time Lord DeRosso was speaking. Sawing logs? She means you were slaving. Ah, so it was that obvious. Obvious you were snoring like a bear. It was. You'll have to forgive me. Even I know that that is really rude. That it is, even if that was an incredibly long bit of oratory. That's right, Ring a Bell. You were really rude. I mean, your snoring even woke me up. What? You were sleeping at the time too, dear?
Lord DeRosso's ordainment portrait.
From the Old Faith to the Orthodoxy, Lord DeRosso's fate was sealed upon his ordainment.
Okie dokie. Up we go. DeRosso, you didn't put any traps in your house, did you? That'd be pretty rude. I do see a lot of coffins. They're not really subtle about what's going on here. I mean, they do call it Vampire Castle. This is a pretty good strategy, except for the fact that it costs me about, oh, I don't know, 100 mana every time. 90 mana. That's something I can do every day. But it is giving us a fat sweeper bonus, so that's fun. Can we not fight bats? Like, this is working out pretty well when I'm not being mind controlled. Or confused, I should say. The what? The soul of Thalassa. Thalassa is water, a divine amulet that greatly raises intelligence. Oh, congratulations, sis. I don't know what I unequipped, but it's probably some sort of defensive charm. And now I'm just being super greedy. Oh, Wait a minute. Of course it was a defensive charm. It was protection from confusion. Let's not. Okay, 'tis my boy. Let's show them the base. Okay. This is very important. All you have to do is not die. Fantastic. Marvelous. And this is why the Salve Makers they go. This isn't even the Salve Makers final form. Like, that could be so much better. But, is there a thing where you can compound with a single component? Or am I making that up? I want to say that's a thing. Maybe not. Get an item during a battle. Restore all KO'd allies and restore them to max HP. Note that this ability can be used while silenced. HP will not fall for 2 turns after the start of battle, even when taking damage. But at the end of the second turn, any damage taken will be subtracted from HP all at once. That's probably really funny for what we're trying to do here. Like, I could just run it down. Oh, there are no more chests. You know, DeRosa, for a spooky old vampire, you don't have a whole lot of, like, hidden compartments. Do I... Okay. I shall assist. This should be enough for me to compound, do the thing. Turbo Ether. Mana, it's gone. Turbo Ether is pretty expensive, by the way. I'm not excited about buying more. But I do what I must. You stay right there. Uh-oh. Do not hit it, Aya. Okay. Perfect. That should have been enough. Wait, why did I... Brain. My brain just went on vacation there. I was... Okay, he is faster. That's good. I should have used the weaker one after that. For some reason, I was still thinking of the bats. I needed to use Blizzara and Blizzaga. That's why I restored my mana, so I can Blizzaga. This looks awful.
This one shows a castle in flames.
Yeah.
A large
Awful.
army surrounds it. It looks as if it could fall at any moment.
Is this not this very castle? See, this is the western corridor right here.
There's another castle burning in the distance. It's near where Eternian's central command is today.
So then, that's the Orthodoxy's head temple in flames?
Flashback.
Nay, the distant castle in flames belonged to the King of Eternia, and the castle in the fore. 'Tis the abode of my family, the House of DeRosso.
Aw, he looks so sad.
But why? Why would such a terrible thing?
The kingdom of Eternia was suddenly beset by a great host from another land.
The Sea People!
We would later come to know that it was a 4-state coalition sent by order of the Crystal Orthodoxy.
Oh. Less mysterious.
They had been told the King of Eternia sought a return to Adventism and was arming for war against the Orthodoxy. The Grand Patriarchy used this fiction to order a great muster of forces from across the lands. Alas, I failed to heed the many warning signs. I rejected the scheming Cardinal's choice for Grand Patriarch. But he succeeded in luring votes from other factions, and his became the ruling faction of the Grand Patriarchy. It was they who wished to establish Crystal Orthodoxy as the uncontested world religion. Under their orders, the castle of the Eternian King was besieged. It fell in mere weeks. Before long, the great host was at the gates of our castle, and my father lay brutally murdered. The water supply was poisoned, and the Orthodoxy's forces drew an ironclad ring around the castle. By then, the castle sheltered not but the elderly, the young, the wounded. There was no hope of resistance. I was forced to sue for peace, even offering my own mother as hostage per their demands. Yet that failed to break the siege. The commoners who had placed their faith in my family and me slowly starved to death. It was then that a letter arrived from a man. That man was the Cardinal, who had sought to influence my vote. The Fiend was now the officer in charge of the attack. He wrote that he would not accept my surrender. Such was the hatred he bore for me. Such hatred that he was willing to let countless innocents die. My mother had been murdered. Our castle was consumed in flames. That is the painting you see here.
How could the Orthodoxy do such a thing?
This all reminds me of what happened during the Great Plague.
Indeed. Perhaps the Templar and I are not so very different. To be betrayed by what you believe in. To have your family and those you protect murdered. Though we do not see eye to eye, perhaps it is a shared sorrow that binds us.
Well, the Templar got beat up, so... Did I miss a part of the map? Why would that be there? Why? I feel like I need to equip the Gale hairpin, but I feel like whoever I put it on... I guess we could put it on... Idea? I remember this time what I'm supposed to do. Yes, Hellfire me! Yes, Hellfire me! It's kind of scary how much damage Anya still took from a magic damage, even though she's pretty resilient to that kind of thing. His is vitally a level 60. This place feels like it's more manageable than that god-forsaken tower. Do you think the adventure's in here too? Think she wormed her way in here? Foul creature, devil born of the bleakest womb! I have 28 of his. Alright, Tiz, you know the rules. All you have to do is not die. Excellent. Nothing else matters. Just you have to make it, my boy. And if you do, victory is assured. I feel like Palpatine was one of the greatest villains written in modern history. And his oratory skills were part of what made him such an exceptional villain. And so I call upon them quite often. Wasn't there. Does that mean I already had it? Dowie! It was a dwarf something. Oh, yeah. This goes with greatly research dexterity. Okay, cool. Okay, chest over here. I gotta go all the way around to find the chest. To get in the box. Okay, this is gonna be a little more complicated. Unless Tiz hard carries. Tiz, you want a hard carry? I think Tiz can hard carry. Just full send. Oh, thank you, Tiz. Okay, it looks like Tiz is not going to be able to full send the bat to death. But he got the dogs. So you know what? Actually, I think that we can... That's enough. Ring a bell should be fast enough for this. Yeah. The thief was useful still. I did use a lot of mana for that. In fact, around about 130. But, victory is worth it. The Hyper Bracers. In relation to Hyper Beam, the leather bands that greatly raise strength. Okay. What is Adea wearing? I'm going to give her the Gale Hairpin. Maybe, just maybe, this will go off, and then I don't have to spend all my entire mana pool. Hey, look at that! Wow. Miracles really do happen. I don't know. So if he's doing about 2,000, he's going to be like right on the cusp of killing the bat. So we'll just send one swing in with Adea and go from there. Perfectly calculated. Because even though the doggies can't go, or they can't act, they will still counter if they get hit with a melee attack. That's I'm pretty sure. Like 70% sure. Unfortunately, we're down to 131 mana again. And Turbo Ether is not something I have in vast reserves. Foul. Devilish creatures. Melusine. Well... I suppose... that will do. 8,100 hit points, weak to wind. They are aerial / demon kinds. Don't charm. Okay. So I believe charm makes it so you give a random attack to an ally. Weak to wind, huh? So the Excalibur is not going to have a bonus here. Is what I'm learning. Oof. Well, okay. Oh, You can't lose now, team. Do I have these? I have 3. This will do about... This is 2250, so it's 6, 7... I might be able to do this. And then just swing. Godspeed. Not quite. Okay. Literally 63 HP. Literally brink of death. Alright. Please. Okay. Alrighty, you didn't quite make it there, Dea. It's okay. It's alright, it happens. Every time we face a new enemy, just expect it to go wrong. It doesn't matter what it is. Just the fact that I have to break away from my sequencing in order to examine the foe ruins it. Ruins it. Well, that looks bad. Even worse than before.
Look!
Such fierce flames.
Ashburn?
Though I wish not to remember that day, it is indelibly etched upon my mind.
How did you survive?
The Orthodoxy lay siege yet would accept no surrender. My mother, father, relatives, and my people lay dead. It was then I set our castle ablaze. But as the flames began to lick my body, something slipped into me. Betrayed by the precepts I believed in, was I not bitter? Robbed of my beloved homeland, my dearest of kin, my people, slain. Amid such despair, was I content to simply welcome death? Nay, I heard a voice. Accept me, and I shall grant life everlasting. Though it shall be filled with grief, thou shalt have all eternity to wreak vengeance upon thine enemies. Did I forge a dark pact with some fiendish entity that day? Or was it a rebirth, triggered by a future me reaching back to the past? Panicked upon failing to find my body, the Orthodoxy chose to denounce my family and me as ghoulish vampires. Thus have I been living an immortal existence ever since.
Then the name Vampire Castle is...
A lie that has been perpetrated by the Orthodoxy for some 2,400 years.
I mean, your asterisk would not agree with you.
Though it is true I am immortal, I am no vampire. I find the smell of blood too revolting to ever drink it. Having said that, I have done naught to quell the rumors. In truth, I endeavored to embellish them. My ability to transform myself into a bat and grow these fangs are the fruits of many years. Long, long years of effort. Tell me, O Vestal of the Wind, what does the Crystal Orthodoxy have to say about the passing of the first Grand Patriarch?
He chose the second Grand Patriarch and prayed for peace and the well-being of the faithful as he passed peacefully from this world.
Passed peacefully from this world, you say? I know the truth to be far different.
What do you mean?
The first Grand Patriarch was assassinated, along with his Archbishop, the man who had been my bane. The assassin himself tells you this. There is no other truth. That was when I forsook this land. Soon after, sightings of the vampire Lester de Rosso began to crop up throughout the world. I became a veritable Duke of Darkness. forging ties with those bearing hatred toward the Orthodoxy and those it had oppressed. I was the enemy of man, the hated and feared vampire. But more than that, I was known as the arch-enemy of the Orthodoxy. And after some 500 years, a fateful encounter with one whom you all know well. No, let us leave the matter for another time.
I wonder who that was.
The portrait depicting Lord De Rosso's immortality.
He was granted everlasting life. He can't ever die.
Even if we kill him? I don't think we kill him, by the way. What is this picture supposed to be of? That is the opposite of what I wanted, game. Oh, whatever. Looks like a guy who's falling backwards. We done? Nope. So many... Ah, the chest is in the other one. There are 3 doggos. 3 doggos demand even more mana. That's not something I have. I don't have that much mana. I do have 20 of these, though. This is what? Is this enough? It's not, is it? It's close. But close only counts in horseshoes and nuclear explosions. I think this is enough. We can try and just eat a thing. Let's see. Wow, I really don't like Ring a Bell. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking good. I have 1 mana left. Oh! Wow. That worked. I wish I could compound on this screen, because I mean, I used 2 turbo ether for the compound, so what is the difference? He asks. There. Done. Which way is it? Which way is our secret? Foul creatures, abominations, demons, devils! Wow, they have a lot of magic defense. This is so problematic. They can, like, ruin everything in one go. I'm not saying one shot here, but Ring a Bell kind of has to make it all happen. Whatever he elects to do needs to happen. Am I about to air slitter? I think I am. I think Charm is worse than I think Charm is worse than Confuse, because I have immunity to Charm. What if I... Wait. Do I have to do this? Can I just do this? Alright, Ring a Bell.
Think you're ready?
Show me what you've got. Did I full confuse? How's it feel, bitch? Oh, I wasted so much mana. We're so I have to spend this money. Like, we've made a shitload of money. I have to spend so much of it on Turbo Ether. We got Skull Bash and Moderation. And we got Black Magic level 6! We're almost at the apex skill of the Black Mage. What's Moderation? I wouldn't know the meaning of the word. Is it a skill? That's why this episode is still going. BP2. For all allies and enemies with 1 BP or more, reduce BP by 1. And for those with -1 BP or more or less, raise BP by 1. There's... I think I read something about that. Somewhere. Some sort of cheese you can get someone stuck in some infinite loop of something. Anywho. Skull Bash. Lowers target's magical attack. So she has all the debuffs now, I believe. All of the pirate debuffs anyway. So next is the Axe lore, and then Torrent. Unleash physical water attacks. Physical water attacks, dealing 0.3 times the damage of a conventional attack up to 16 times on one target. Deal 4 times damage of conventional attack to one target for 157 mana. This probably sucks in this game without the time stop. Because like this will always hit over damage cap, right? Torrent sounds fun. It might even be worth imbuing water weakness and moving, because everything I've been doing right now is lightning weakness, and there really hasn't been a point. I mean, I had lightning amp for a little bit. That was the point. Lamia's Tiara. Lamia's Tiara. It's a snake person. I'm assuming this is a wizard thing. An intricate tiara that nullifies charm. Oh. Congratulations. Babe, shouldn't you give that to the Spirit Master so the Spirit Master can then cleanse your team? Shut up! Because now can't I just do this? And as long as this isn't... Oh dear, they brave. Nope, we're still faster. GG. I don't know why I'm faster, but I'm not going to ask questions. We're not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. We take it. And the adventurer bitch better be here soon. Take that in the loving way it was meant. That's one of my dad's favorite sayings. Oh, just take it in the loving way it was meant. Is there really a hidden chest on this floor? Allies get first strike. Thinking what about what I do with it? Because, you know, I could just very wing this, but since I have first strike, I kind of don't want to. The problem is you don't do any damage. What are we doing here? So I'm going to be out of fairy wings, basically, is what we're learning here if I do this. I mean, Tish should be able to do some damage here. We'll double Aronga and then we'll Aurora. And then we'll have everyone hit 1. And then you'll just rip the Thundara. Again, I'm into Thunder. It doesn't really matter. We'll do 1 Thundaga at the end. And just hope that my overconfidence doesn't come back to haunt me. I guess. Good luck! They're all at half health. This should be fine. And then you see how little damage she does. And you think, But Tiz ignores... Oh, we didn't get Sweeper. Tiz ignores magic defense, so... You don't. Agnes is level 61. She is the highest level member of the party. I missed a thing at the start. Again, for a second time.
A battlefield landscape?
It represents the long and hard-fought war between the Orthodoxy and we denizens of darkness. For 500 years, my thirst for vengeance remained unsated. It had also been 500 years since the Orthodoxy had been founded. The world was in the midst of an age of seafaring and piracy.
Yar, me matey.
Compared to the great exchange of ideas and information, the once hallowed Orthodoxy began to lose its luster. The authority of the Grand Patriarch and the Orthodoxy itself began to wane. Fearing irrelevancy, the Grand Patriarchy acted rashly to regain its authority.
Like every authoritarian does.
This led to the unusual decision to select a commoner, the gifted young Yuliana, for an important task.
Yuliana? Sage Yuliana?
Yes, indeed. At age 20, the young Yuliana became High Inquisitor of the Crystal Orthodoxy.
Nobody expects the Orthodox Inquisition.
It's hard to believe he ever was young.
It was no laughing matter, for there was no one more skilled at rooting out enemies of the faith than he. The shadowy ones, those who had been working against the Orthodoxy, were crushed by the host he led. In the several decades that saw him age, I cannot count the number of times we have crossed swords, he and I. In the great battle waged on the Karka Plain, the might of our clashing forces rent the very earth into a vast rift.
You mean the rift under Isen Bridge?
In the battle at the foot of Mount Fragmentum, our armies smote the mountain to its very roots.
So that's how that ravine was created.
And in the battle fought on the Harina Plain, the once fertile earth was reduced to desolation. The loss of that fertile plain is believed to have ushered in the downfall of the Harina dynasty.
To think any sort of battle could change the face of the earth so.
We fought our final battle 1,800 years ago on the Norende Heights in the land of Kaldisla.
The Norende Heights? That's where the Great Chasm opened up!
In the end, Yuliana, High Inquisitor of the Crystal Orthodoxy, utterly defeated me, Lord De Rosso, leader of the Shadows.
You were defeated? But you're here with us today.
Yes, well, there was more to that final battle than meets the eye. You see, I ceded the glory of victory to young Yuliana that day. I say young in my reckoning, for he was already 100 then. Yuliana returned triumphantly to Eternia with what he claimed to be my remains. What he brought them was not human. And when the Templar attacked the head temple 15 years past, it is said they found my tomb deep underground. Ever dreading the darkness and my return, the Orthodoxy kept those duplicitous remains under arcane seal for over 1,000 years. 'Tis a tale replete with irony, is it not?
I like his little smirk.
Lord De Rosso's war landscape.
It's hard to imagine a war lasting 500 years.
Is it ring a bell? Okay, I'm gonna go up the stairs and see if this is the final floor where the adventure is, and then go back for the chests. I am so I'm gonna keep pushing on. Actually, I might just try and like speedrun this, and we can come back for this. Do these look bigger, or am I crazy? I'm crazy. Good. Like today, we started I think I can just do one like this. Uh-oh. If just Tiz survives, life sucks. I need a default Bizonga, I think. Nope. Okay. But only two lived. Like today, how we started at the Earth Temple. We'll just start here instead. And I'll recapture, wake up, recapture these points. Oh my goodness. Well, now you're making this difficult. I need... I guess we can try and focus. The only problem is this could go so wrong so fast. What if we... I think the charm is worse. Wait, who are you attacking? As I was saying, I think it's better to focus the single entities here rather than split up the damage type. I can get away with... I mean, if I blizz... whatever. Bazaar and go from there. Okay, that's not a lot of damage, Ringabel. I might switch him to, Oh, there's the damage! My goat! Wow, I thought I'd need a lot more than that. Huh. I just switch to the Bloody Blade just to get the damage, because I don't think it's worth it for the holy factor. The Excalibur is lower tier. Also, this might be a drop the difficulty and just run moment. Because mana? Ever heard of it? And by difficulty, I of course mean encounter rate. I'm not touching the difficulty. I can assure you that there are some bosses that I'm going to probably pull my hair out. In fact, I can think of two. But, we'll approach them. If I don't record... Bravely Default for like a month, just assume I ran into a wall and I'm farming. Just go with it. There is a very unlikely chance that I stop. I just drop the series. The dreaded infinite hiatus. I would like not to. I love this game. It's the only game I really have for the Switch 2 right now. So I don't want my Switch 2 to just be an expensive looking brick. But, life is life.
That is Say Juliana.
Is it? It looked like a stick figure.
Yes, indeed. No one would mistake such a man for young now. Having put down the blood-sucking Lord De Rosso, bane of the Crystal Orthodoxy, he became the first ever commoner to become an archbishop. Perhaps it was a small honor they threw his way, for he was already 101 years old and would not long count among the living.
That makes it sound despicable.
Huh.
Agreed. The truth is, however, That was when Yuliana's plot was at its most clever.
The sage's plot? What was he plotting?
He was taking measures to separate you Vestals and the faithful among the people from the Orthodoxy's corruption. After serving some 80 years, he had witnessed firsthand how corrupt the institution had become.
Like they all do.
Should nothing be done, it would not be long before the putrid poison would do harm to the most innocent of the faith. So it was he vowed to rid the Orthodoxy of the source of this poison, the concentration of power.
But how?
For the great feat of defeating me, Yuliana had been made Archbishop, but in name only. But such was not key to his plot. Timing was the key. The proper time to separate the Vestals and the faithful from the Orthodoxy.
And just what timing would that be?
The great upthrust of the Eternian Highlands. At the time, the Highlands were not so formidable as they are today. But a colossal movement of earth and rock thrust the Highlands to lofty heights, thereby isolating Eternia from the world.
Hold on a moment. He was waiting for the Earth to move? How could he have known when such an event would take place?
I shall tell you in time. For now, I will say this. Yuliana bided his time till the Orthodoxy was cut off from the world. And at last, it happened. The Highlands ringing Eternia did thrust up to about half its height today. The Orthodoxy-ruled Eternia now found itself completely isolated, for this was an age preceding the airship. And while the Earth Crystal remained in their keep, control of the crystals of fire, water, and wind was returned to their respective temples. This, what you believe to be the true form of crystalism, is the fruit of Yuliana's efforts.
That was the sage's doing? I won't ever call him a miserable old lech again.
Until you meet him again.
Sage.
Wait, when he says, I will tell you in time, does that mean that there's another floor? Bro, we're on the 7th floor already. Just let me talk. Okay, great. Nice chair, bro. Wait, is there not an adventure in here? There has to be. There's an adventure at every boss, I think.
What is that glowing jewel-like object? I could swear I've seen something like that before.
Flashlight!
I believe you have seen a similar sight countless times. It is known as an asterisk.
Oh.
An asterisk? As in those objects we possess?
Yes, indeed. The second stage in Yuliana's plot against the Orthodoxy's authority was to deprive them of the power to grant vocations.
Grant vocations? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Before Yuliana intervened, special approval was required to change vocations within the Crystal Orthodoxy. In this way, the institution grew rich through fat profits they called alms.
Oh, so the Orthodoxy cornered the job market and the fees to participate therein.
In layman's terms, yes. But Yuliana exposed this fact before the reigning Grand Patriarch. It was then that Yuliana approached panicked high officials and the Grand Patriarch himself with a proposal of pure genius. He showed them a stone known as an asterisk, saying the granting of vocation should be based on it, overseen by the Orthodoxy. Those who sought such vocations would apply to the Orthodoxy and pay a fair price. Anyone with the means to pay could thus learn a new job.
That's no different from the old system where people had to pay alms.
No different indeed. But the Grand Patriarch and his officials had not but the material profits of the Orthodoxy in mind. Hence, they accepted Yuliana's proposal without question, even appointing him to the important position of overseeing the new asterisk system.
I fail to see how that really changed anything.
Well, it did far more than you would guess. for he was the only one who knew how to make the asterisk stones.
Why, that wily old fox?
So it was Juliana robbed the Orthodoxy of its authority to grant jobs and took it for himself.
What of the Orthodoxy's profits? Wouldn't they demand Juliana transfer the proceeds to their coffers?
Juliana was long gone. Abandoning the seat of Archbishop, he fled with his knowledge of the asterisk craft. He also took arms and armor the Orthodoxy had seized from around the world, items of such power that their use was forbidden.
I think I know where those are.
He took them all and sealed them away in a hidden location.
It is a very hidden location. We can't access it for quite some time.
They now lie secreted away against the day the Orthodoxy's tyranny or some other impending doom threatens the people. He then hid himself in Juliana Woods until those who knew him reached the end of their natural lives. But that did not take long, for I led the forces of the shadows to ensure their swift demise. I had always believed the Crystal Orthodoxy required not but the crystals, the Vestals, and the faithful. With the institution free of corruption, I returned to my homeland of Eternia after a 700-year absence. Where my family's castle once stood, I built a fortress of ice from whence I have been watching over the Orthodoxy's head temple. Meanwhile, Juliana retired to that land to tend to the Vestals, but you know of that better than I.
Say Juliana.
Dun, dun, dun. The full story is revealed. We know the truth of it all. It's very rare. Well, maybe it's not, actually. Hold on, I have to think about this. I was going to say that it's very rare that a game like this explains its job system. They really don't like Ring a Bell. I mean, he probably looked at them funny. Let's all be honest. I'm looking at them funny. Their succubi with some sort of animal tail and bat ears. Like any anime fan has is a Wooga mode. Looking at these things. They really hated him. We do have Lilith's Rod. There is an adventure here. I told you there's an adventure everywhere. I don't know how she gets into all these places, but you can count on one thing, and that's that there's going to be an adventure. All right, Lilith. Wow. More damage than a Wizard's Rod. A rod that casts Single Target Aspire. Triggers the Aspire effect when used as an item. Look at it. It looks almost as evil as the rest of my get up. Okay, we can get a little more. A magic enhancing rod for black mages, except that's not being used by a black mage. But, my friends, my friend has been up there. It only gets worse from here. 4. Please let me rest. Oh. For next time. I'm freaking rich, by the way. This all-in style has made, let me sweep my way to a whole bunch of money. We could buy some fat equipment. I might have to take a look over at this and see what we could concoct. Like the Bravo bikini. Oh my. I might want to... Can I get the big rings? Yeah, we could get... We could even get this. This is more of like a later thing, I think. But it would be very helpful. But, anyway. Anywho. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to patrons and the Cinema Support channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to stay up to date with the House channel, feel free to join the description down below. And I will see you next time as we slightly backtrack to recover our chests. But then we claim the vampire asterisk. And I'm not sure how... Should I do a little bit of farming for it? I'll think about it. And step into the Pillar of Light for the first time.